And viewers, good day. Yesterday we had discussed about the overcoat of Nikolai Gogol, and today again we are going to discuss is another short story, a very beautiful, very interesting short story. The name of this story is The Nose. The Nose. The story of this short story starts. It gives us an extraordinary, strange incident took place with a person who is obsessed with the status. The name of this person is Gogol and with his nose. The story begins with drunken barber Ivan Yakovlevich unexpectedly discovering a nose in his breakfast, which he immediately recognized as belonging to Kovalev, who is one of the clients. Feeling legal trouble, Ivan Yakovlevich hastily dumps the nose in the river. When a police officer asks him what he is doing, Ivan Yakovlevich nervously tries to sidestep the question, but the officer won't relent. This section ends at this exchange, leaving the subsequent encounter between the police officer and Ivan Yakovlevich a mystery. The second section begins with the Kovalev walking one morning when he wakes up. Kovalev, he found that on the place of his nose there is a smooth patch of skin placed on his nose. Horrified and confused, Kovalev disguises the absence of the nose with a handkerchief as he attempts to go about his day. Kovalev soon discovers his nose dressed as a man of high rank entering a church. When Kovalev timidly confronts the nose responds with annoyance, declaring that he is his own person, not Kovalev's nose. When Kovalev distractedly paused to leer at a young woman, the nose slips away. From there, Kovalev fails to place an ad for his nose in the newspaper. When a newspaper clerk declares that the ad would be the strange to print, then the police commissioner refuses to assist Kovalev also, essentially declaring that whatever happened was probably Kovalev's own fault. Kovalev returned to his apartment, withdrawing from his regular practice of social climbing and pursuing women. He was a womanizer, so while his nose had disappeared, he stopped practicing the same womanizing and pursuing the woman. That evening, though, the police officer from the first section returned the nose to Kovalev. The nose is no longer a gentleman, but is now lifeless and normal-sized. After failing to reattach the nose himself, Kovalev frantically requests a local doctor's assistance. The doctor ultimately declined to help Kovalev, determining that even though he could reattach it, he thinks Kovalev is better off without the nose. After offering to buy the nose from Kovalev and offer the protagonist reject, the doctor leaves. Wondering how such a terrible fate could have possibly befallen him, Kovalev accuses Portu China, a mother of a young woman he mistreated, of casting a spell on him. He sends Portu China a letter threatening legal action. When Portu China reply indicates that she has no idea what Kovalev is talking about. He rules her out as a probable cause. Meanwhile, rumors of his nose disappearance circulated throughout the town. And the story of the nose eventually becomes a city-wide myth, with most of the city's population enthralled. Some high-status man dismissed talk of the nose as a crude gossip. The third section picks up 2 weeks later when, waking one morning, Kovalev is delighted to find his nose suddenly back on his face, as if it had never left. After a careful shave from Ivan Yakovlevich, Kovalev returned to his old ways, climbing the social ladder, objectifying women. The narrator coincides how the story's bizarre and unexplained elements are difficult to believe. Still, the narrator maintains that the story is true. He ends the story. Such incidents do happen in the world rarely, but they do happen. So this is the story of the nose. So this is occurs. The nose is written by Nikolai Gogol, and the theme of. Let me discuss about the theme of this nose. The theme is that fashion, appearances, and status. The nose follows a man named collegiate Assessor Kovalev as he inexplicably loses and tries to get back his nose in the time between detaching and reattaching the nose himself as an adventure, dressing and acting like a gentleman of higher rank than his honor. Set in status-obsessed St. Petersburg during a time of widespread economic disparity, Gogol embeds scorching critique of society within the narrator's fashion-based description. So absurdity, magic, and reality. In the nose, reader follow collegiate Assessor Kovalev as he wakes up one day without a nose and later stumbles upon his missing organs, sauntering around town like a well-to-do gentleman. This strange tale predates magical realism, but fits right in with the genre, as is typical of other works of magical realism. Magic occurs in the story within the realistic setting. So, insecurity, masculinity, identity, these are the themes of this short story, The Nose, written by Nikolai Gogol. So, as all of you know, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very beautiful and interesting short story written by Nikolai Gogol. I hope you will enjoy it. Thank you.